In this lesson, you'll learn all about memory cards. Memory cards are the digital storage device that your camera saves each photo to. They come in different shapes, sizes, and speeds. Depending on your camera, you are probably shooting on SD cards, maybe CF cards, and less likely but possibly micro SD cards. These are all names for types of memory cards, but as long as you know what works with your camera, that is all that really matters. You will also find different kinds of SD cards, like SDHC, which stands for Secure Digital High Capacity, or SDXC, or Secure Digital Extended Capacity. All of these will come in varying storage capacities from 2 gigabytes all the way up to 256 gigabytes and beyond. Gigabytes, which is also abbreviated with GB, stands for a unit of measurement that each card is capable of storing, so the bigger the number, the more it can hold. SDHC and SDXC offer more storage and are most commonly recommended to photographers and videographers who will need much more space than someone using an SD card to store other smaller files like text documents. Now, before I get ahead of myself, you should check your camera's user manual and see what kind of memory card slot it has and if there's a recommended speed. Speeds of cards are typically by class. Class 4 memory card will write at 4 megabytes per second, whereas a Class 10 card will write at 10 megabytes per second. There are also UHS-1 and UHS-2, which are ultra high speed, 2 being faster than 1, and by now, who knows, maybe there's something even faster. At the very least, I would recommend Class 10, but if you're going to be taking photos at RAW and burst mode, I would recommend using UHS-1 or 2. The other thing to consider is the amount of space that you need. 32, 64, 128 gigabytes? For me, I like being able to go on trips and know that I will have enough memory space to last the entire trip. And because I only shoot uncompressed RAW images, I bring a few 128 gigabyte cards. If you're shooting JPEG, 128 gigabyte is going to go a very long way and might be overkill, but if you can afford it, why not have the extra space? Starting off, 32 gigabytes or 64 gigabytes is probably fine. A 32 gigabyte card can hold over 4,022 megapixel JPEG photos, but only 410 22 megapixel uncompressed RAW photos. So this really comes down to what your need is. I recommend getting something a bit bigger than you might think you need, and then another smaller one just as a backup if you fill up that larger memory card. Memory cards hold all your photos, so it's a good idea to invest in better quality ones. SanDisk is my preferred brand, but Kingston and Samsung both make excellent cards as well. They're fairly robust little cards and typically live in your camera, but having a case for them is a good idea. I love my Pelican SD card case because I know they're safe even if I drop them from a moving car or into a puddle of water. So now that we know some more about memory cards, let's hop over to the other most essential piece of your kit, the batteries.